Guardimo's back online, everyone. What the hell did I just watch? Did I just hear on my television Keir Starmer lying in front of Donald Trump in regards to free speech, illegal immigration? Obviously, they were talking about the wind turbines, but most importantly, most crucially, he told a blatant lie to the President of the United States of America that we have freedom of speech. This country is a beacon, the cornerstone of freedom of expression. We have consistently and are currently championing freedom to express your views, your thoughts, your opinions, your viewpoints. This is the kind of blatant lie that he's told to Donald Trump. I can see Donald Trump's his expression, his body language. He can see right through Starmer's lies. This man is vile. You're a really nasty person. You really are. You are nasty, you are vile, you are putrid, you are disgusting. I'm beyond outraged, I'm angry, I'm frustrated. And I just had to rant about it in this video and just to upload it to you guys. I am beyond disgusted, and so are you. You're going to be loading this comment section with your frustrations and beating your chest about this, because this is absolutely disgusting. Imagine if I had 10 hands. Just imagine if I was a Hindu god and I had 10, 20, 30 hands. I wouldn't have enough hands or fingers to count the individual instances in which Keir Starmer made violations, whether directly or indirectly, on freedom of speech. He's been clamping down on freedom of speech with an iron fist like no other Prime Minister ever before. If you combine all of the previous incompetent, useless, wicked Prime Ministers, I mean, if you got them all together, they wouldn't be as wicked as this man, Keir Starmer. Him alone, with the people that are surrounding him, the Labour Party, this government, they have committed such absolute atrocities on the people in regards to arresting people for their hurty words. You get arrested for posting the wrong thing. You get arrested for how you talk. You get arrested for how you walk. You get arrested for how you walk your dog, how you address someone, that your potential actions could be, or your actions could be perceived to have the intention of causing harassment, alarm and distress. And I think that, Donald Trump, as I said, he can see right through it. And when JD Vance, believe you me, JD Vance is coming next week for his holiday to the Cotswolds, and he's not gonna be happy with Keir Starmer. He knows about these individual cases about Lucy Connolly. I reckon he knows it. I reckon he knows about a lot of the stuff that's been happening recently, the migrant hotels and, individual cases. He's talked about, that guy who was arrested outside of an abortion clinic, just praying silently in his head, in prison for 9 months, and then fined £9,000. It's utterly insane what is going on in the UK. We are going through a totalitarian lawfare state that has operated under this current Labour Party, under this current Prime Minister, who has the audacity, who has the guts to tell such a blatant lie and cover up his false deeds, his wicked acts of sinful beyond sinful of all sinful acts of a sinful nature. I don't even know what I'm saying right now at this point, but this is just absolutely ridiculous. And I think that the migrant hotel protests, that Epping protest, I think it's been a success, because you can tell by the way that the people have been peacefully protesting. It is peaceful protest. That form of activism, it shouts volumes. It really does. It makes a big impact. I think we're seeing a kind of ripple effect happening. I think people are becoming more and more involved, or at the very least becoming more aware and knowledgeable about this sort of stuff that's going on in this country. When you see these protests erupting in Epping, and it gets spread across the whole of the country, in the Dis Hotel, James Harvey recently went to that one. There's one in Norwich, I believe there's one in Leeds as well. There's There's people highlighting all of this stuff that's going on inside of these migrant hotels, these 5-star luxury hotels that we are paying for with our taxes. And a lot of people are becoming aware of it. As I said, it's a ripple effect. You know, the people that are not, that are still not awake, they're still asleep, they might feel slight tremor. They might feel the initial effects of that ripple. It might be sort of a quiet ripple to them. But sooner or later, people will have to succumb to the truth, and they will find out. Even the less tech savvy ones, the ones that are less, informed about certain topics, and especially regarding politics, I think they'll know what's going on. It's this kind of activism that has to be spread. It's through peaceful protests. I think Epping, these protests in Epping, they should be set as a benchmark standard to how these kinds of protests should be run. I love the way that the citizen journalists are getting involved there, trying to spread awareness, doing interviews, speaking with people, talking to people, getting people's faces in those cameras and spreading the truth and telling people exactly how it is. Avoid the legacy media, avoid the mainstream media. They don't even report about this stuff. It drives me mad. They don't even report about a potential terror threat. You know that EasyJet guy I posted about? The guy who was shouting aloud who's snack bar, and he was threatening, to bomb the plane, death to Trump, death to America. Was that on mainstream media? What about the incident that I saw on X, the footage? It happened somewhere in the United States. I believe it's called Cincinnati. There's a white couple. They got beat up, bruised, battered, and the woman was sucker punched in the face, and she was hit stone cold for 3 seconds. Then she got up with the help of other, people that are helping her out, by a mob of people of African descent. I'm not being racist or anything, that's the truth. But the mainstream media that don't report on that is absolutely ridiculous. All of these institutions are working for Starmer. They definitely are. This is fucking ridiculous. This is absolutely mad. It's absolutely mad. I think Donald Trump and JD Vance, at some point, they'll just have to step in and just address this straight to Keir Starmer's face, in the same way that they've been incredibly firm in terms of their tonality towards President Zelensky, the way that they've been taking advantage of the United States with their, constant pontificating and pandering and, grifting by President Zelensky. He's not as popular as he was now, isn't he? He's no longer appearing on, not even on mainstream media, isn't it? It's funny, isn't it? The way that, information gets shifted so quickly, and people's attention goes towards more important things like the migrant hotels, like illegal immigration. There's more and more activism and awareness being spread about this stuff. And have you seen that footage of that guy? I think his name is Luke. He was a former employee of a migrant hotel, and he was basically giving a whistleblowing interview to some citizen journalist, talking about how, his work was like in that migrant hotel. What was the environment like? The kind of immigrants, the people that he was involved inside of that hotel. He was talking about the whole nitty gritty of it, and immediately he got sacked. He got arrested actually, and he got arrested the same day as James Harvey. Isn't that a coincidence? Don't you think it's a coincidence that this online safety bill came into effect weeks after the first instances of the Epping protest broke out? It's not a coincidence, is it? They want to clamp down freedom of speech. They want you to feel scared. They want you to feel intimidated. Oh, I shouldn't be posting this. I shouldn't be posting X, Y, and Z. I might get locked up. I might get arrested. I might get my DBS check invalidated. I might get my driving license taken down due to 6 points put on by the government. I might have this and that incurred against me, penalties and all that, and me being wanted, having a criminal record, not being able to get a job again because of the government censoring my views and causing me to be wary about the posts I make, about the videos that I upload, about the stuff that I'm talking about on social media. Should I be careful about private messages that I send to my families, my friends, my acquaintances, my colleagues, even talking about it in the workplace? Will it end up with me being arrested in the same way that people snitch on each other during the communist era, you know, communist China and so the Soviet Union? All of this is taking place. All of this is happening in the UK. It really, really does concern me. But then again, I'm fucking angry. I'm outraged by what I just saw from Keir Stalin, Keir Jong-un, Queer Stalin. If you got any most cocking out, guys, be sure to leave me your comments down below. And I'll see you next time.